Hello and welcome. Today we're starting out with a new video and we're going to program TicTacToe in Python. So what we're going to do is we just try to check around what a good plan would look like, and then we're going right into the action. So let's first look what we need. So maybe I should describe the game first, but the game is pretty easy. It's just about three cross 3 matrix, and one person starts, puts a circle or an X into the game matrix, and then the other person it's the other person's turn, and they putting an X, and then the other person a circle, and so on. And if there are three of the same kind in a row, the person who has these three kinds of circles, either circles or X's, is the winner of the game. It's a pretty easy game. So I hope we can program it firstly. So let's think of what we need in that game. So we need, of course, a kind of an input for the game. So the input should be, we will just define it as a tuple. For example, 0, 0 or 0, 1. So, and yeah, that's how the input would be. The output would be, of course, looking like the whole game, like a grid, and with axes and circles like that, like I'm showing here, and of course empty spaces as well. And let's just put in here some more empty spaces. So that would be how the output would look like, depending on the game state. So we have input, output, and yeah, for the game itself, we need a data structure, and the data structure will be a matrix, uh, and it will be a 3 times 3 matrix, and that can have uh, empty space, an X or a circle. I will just put an O into it. That's our circle. So, and what else do we need? We need a winning condition. So whenever we are uh, all X or circles in a row or diagonal, let's say in uh, vertical, diagonal, or diagonal or horizontal. That's how you spell it, right? So that's our winning condition. Also, when I see the input, we need maybe to validate the input. We don't want a person to have an input outside of the matrix. Let's put it no input outside the matrix. Or is it matrix? 3.3 matrix. Yeah, it's a matrix. Okay, okay. And what we also know, and we don't want people to input over other inputs. For example, we don't want a person to be able to input where person should input where another person has already put, or let's say player has already already put their circle or X. Okay, let's think about it. So, oh, we need also the game to end, of course. But maybe that's, yeah, end when winning, or let's say show winner and end the game when the winning condition is met. Okay, I think for me that looks like a good plan. So these are the things we have to do. Ah, yeah, okay. Maybe the game process itself. So each player takes turn. And after each turn, winning condition needs to be checked. That's maybe a good thing. Let's put it like that. So this is the whole game process, and yeah, I think that's a good way to start. And in order to always see what we are doing, I will actually start with the output to see that we have a matrix and so on, so we can test it. Or do we need the output itself? Let's check. Let's just start out with the matrix and see where we are going. So but I think we have a good plan here now with what to do, and we start with a playing field, and it should be an a matrix of empty fields. So let's put it like that. Oh, yeah. Playing field. So how do we call? Let's call this maybe game field. And let's call this F for field. So whatever this contains as a variable, then okay, so like that. I don't think this is correct of now, but let me just finish this. So now we need here as well. And we need it here. And we also need to define, of course, an empty space for F. So we have let's just do it like that. And also let's evaluate this. And let's see game field. I just need to check the shortcut again. What is this? Shift enter. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, nice. Now we have a game field. I don't really like the output. I would like to have this under this and under this. So let's create an output function of probably if I just print it. So let's try to print it, whether this makes a difference. Let me see. Nope. Okay, then what we want is we need to loop over this game field and create a new line after each field. So yeah,